Okay, I guess I'll take the show. Welcome, everybody, to the Ghost Clover Podcast. This is episode number 20. My name is Ghost Tactical, and apparently I will be your tour guide for tonight's river tour throughout the lands. If you're out there in the live stream, go ahead and say something. We don't know that you're out there, so welcome. We are live right now, streaming to over 150 countries worldwide. If you're watching this in replay or catching this in podcast form, go ahead and utilize the comment section. You guys can make any comments, ask any questions, tell us how bad we are at this, whatever. We're open to any and all suggestions. If you are in the live chat, make sure that you say something out there, because that will put you in the running for our random viewer topic towards our third segment. And so you might get to choose the topic that we talk about. This show is powered by our good friends over at EAA, or European American Army, and we'll talk about them here in just a little bit. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Hope you had time to spend with your family, your friends, or by yourself if that's what you chose to do. Sometimes that's just as nice as anything. But before we get going, let's bring in the co-pilot for this flight. Clover, what's up?
No, I think it's working now.
Something's working. I hear you. So yeah.
I came in and you like immediately hit the button, and I was trying.
Well, you were late, so I was trying to get it going. So we were.
I was trying to say audio problems, but yeah.
Your side looked like it was muted, so I just assumed that you were muted, and I ran with it. So
no, I wasn't muted. For whatever reason, it wasn't picking up my. It was picking up my headset side, but it wasn't picking up the audio. So I don't know. Whatever. Episode 20, man. Wow.
Episode 20. It's kind of gone pretty quickly, hasn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving? Everything good?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It's one of those things with for us with Thanksgiving, you've got kind of a small knit family.
Yeah, we're pretty tight.
Y'all kind of just have your one little thing or whatever. We've got a little different situation that we don't have a big really to do because everybody is spread out and working,
Right.
But, really not a whole lot other than my sister-in-law usually on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Other than that, I think we had on Thanksgiving Day, my mom had some chicken and dumplings and like some purple whole peas and chicken and dumplings and cornbread or something there. And, certainly not anything traditional, big to do or anything like that. So it was a Thanksgiving. It was a meal on Thanksgiving, but it wasn't a Thanksgiving meal. If that makes any sense.
No, I hear you. Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it makes no difference. Do you want to take the first topic tonight, or do you want me to?
What's weird is we got off kilter somewhere because I can't find episode 19.
That's where we were in Tulsa.
Episode 19 was Tulsa.
That's when we did the impromptu Friday night Tulsa chat.
That's what threw me off. Okay.
Yeah.
Good explanation. Yeah. Okay. That's what threw me off. I was like, whose turn is it tonight?
Well, it's supposed to be your opening, but you were having audio. That's why I just ran with it.
Right. Yeah.
So
my opening.
But yeah. So I mean, if you want to, I can still do the first topic, or you go for the first topic. It makes no difference to me.
Let's keep with the rhythm, because if we don't, that's really going to jack things up, right?
Yeah. All right. So you got the first topic then.
No, you do.
Well, I opened. So are you saying you want me to go ahead and do the first topic though?
Yeah, because once we title and we thumb and we do all of that, it'll be in there. So it's you're up, man. Come on.
All right. So we're gonna talk. It's that time of the season, the time of
Good
the year,
Lord.
the most wonderful time of the year. I
Not
love
Christmas
Christmas
music.
season.
Not Christmas music. Not Christmas
Not
music.
Christmas music. No, not Christmas music. But we're going to talk Christmas movies. What are our favorite Christmas movies? And these are going to be, we'll kind of like a, not take it off the board like a draft, but we'll just kind of do like a top 5. Like, are there movies that you watch regularly every year? What are your favorite Christmas movies, if you will?
Ah, okay. Yeah. Are you asking me that?
So yeah, let's I guess we could just do like a you pick one, then I
Five,
pick one. They can be the same ones, it doesn't matter. Just
back and forth.
five favorite movies. Yeah, back and forth.
Five and an alt.
Yeah, five and
Number
an alt,
one.
sure.
Okay. In order. Doesn't matter really. Whatever. Blah,
Yeah, it
blah.
doesn't matter. If you want to go in order, you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna go necessarily in order because I'll probably forget something. Most likely.
Right.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, there are.
Right out of the gate, man. Die Hard. Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
No, it's not. But
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's not a
100%.
Christmas movie.
100% Christmas
No,
movie.
and I have the definitive proof that it is not a Christmas movie.
Really?
It was released in July of 1988, not in Christmas time of July of 1988. It was released. It was a summer blockbuster of 1988. Christmas movies are not summer blockbusters.
Without Christmas, it doesn't happen.
They could have made that for a 4th of July as the theme,
No,
but
they
it
could
wasn't.
not. They could not.
But it was released in July, and it cannot be a Christmas movie. It was released as a summer blockbuster.
Christmas
Boom! There it is.
Christmas is pivotal to the plot line.
Christmas might be pivotal, but it is not a Christmas movie.
That makes it a Christmas movie, in my opinion.
Nope. It is based in Christmas, but that doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
You're perfectly okay to be wrong. That's fine.
No, I'm 100% right. And like I said, it's not everyone's perfect. And I understand that you have a lot of imperfect traits, but, we'll see. All right. So you're going Die Hard, which, okay. Well, I'll give it to you. It's your list. You can consider whatever you want. What's that?
Hey, that just leaves more movies on the board for you, right?
This is true. This is true.
I think we need to kick Chicago Mike out of the chat completely for the Polar Express. Like, I don't want anything.
Well, I would say we should kick him out of the chat regardless. But yeah, we'll use the reason as the Polar Express. Sure.
God. Yes. So the train that set fire to my freaking barn is running the Polar Express right now. So screw the Polar Express.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the Polar Express. I will say that my daughter used to when she was a kid would watch it, but no. Yeah, TJ's right. He says Bruce Willis said it himself. It is not a Christmas movie.
Okay, you gonna listen to Bruce Willis?
I mean, when it comes to Die Hard, yeah, I'd listen to Bruce Willis. But anyways, my number one. I don't know if it's number one, but I'm gonna go with it being my number one pick. Is Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That is one of the few that we watch every year, no matter what. And for so many reasons. It's just, one, it's a classic, but two, the characters in that movie, you remember them from the original Vacation and all that, but they bring them back together. And Randy Quaid, in my opinion, everyone has an Uncle Eddie, right? Like everyone's got an Uncle Eddie in their family, and it's beautiful. Christmas Vacation by far is my favorite Christmas movie for sure. Door the Trucker, you are banned from the show too. He says Ghost and Bruce are wrong. I don't understand what's wrong with you people. I don't understand. Just kidding. Your second pick, you got Die Hard as number, well, I don't know if it's number one, but you picked it first. Right.
Yeah. Well, I had to argue.
And when we pick these, they're not off the board. Like we can both pick the same movies. It's just our top five. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to, because there's no sense.
Right. Sure.
Yeah. Why not talk about something different? But I got my arguing off the board. So or off.
Yeah,
the,
absolutely.
So good. Home Alone.
Watched that last night, and my wife is watching it right now. As a matter of fact,
Home Alone, man, the original, the first one.
You forget how funny that movie. I watched it last night. my wife wasn't here, and I was kind of here with the dog, and I was just kind of flipping through, and Home Alone was on. I was like, oh, I hadn't seen that forever, and you forget how funny that movie is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not his best role, but one of my favorite Pesci roles. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite Pesci roles.
Yeah, and oh man, not a big role, but John Candy is
Oh yeah, the
odd.
what is it? The Polka King of the
Polka King.
Midwest.
Yeah, polka, polka, polka.
Yeah, we sold
Yeah.
623 copies of that. It was a hit for us.
I love it. Yeah, bunch of
That's
polka bombs.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, what a great one.
Yeah.
My number two. Now this is I'm not saying it's a good movie because it's not. It's a terrible movie. But it's one of my favorites, and it's one of those movies I watch every year. Is Elf? Not a good movie. Let's just be honest about it. But it's a classic in my household. I gotta love Elf, man. Gotta love Elf. You're number three.
Maybe a little controversial again. I don't know. I'm controversial, I guess, when it comes to Christmas movies. But again, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen without Christmas. Many, many, many things in the plot line revolve around that. Gremlins.
I'll give you Gremlins. It's a great one. I'll give you Gremlins. Another summer blockbuster, but I'll give you that one.
Could have happened on the dude's birthday, I guess. But the story with it, Phoebe Cates tells, and I mean, it with the Christmas decorations and the lights. I mean, I don't know that it works.
Yeah.
If it's not Christmas, he steals the Barbie car at the end, right? Well, I mean, I don't know that any of that happens without it being Christmas and whatever. So,
my number three, of my generation. I'm not going to put it up there against White Christmas or Holiday Inn or any of those classic Christmas movies back in the day. But of my generation, I think it's the best Christmas movie that's come out is A Christmas Story. Classic as far as my generation goes. I think it's a classic of all time. But definitely it's probably the best Christmas movie of my generation. And
right.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Christmas Story, go do yourself a favor and watch it. Great, 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 great. So many great one-liners, so many great little scenes. Fantastic movie. Fantastic movie.
You were going like straight up traditional here.
I am. I'm a dude. I am a very traditional Christmas guy. I turn into kind of a Clark Griswold, if you will, during Christmas. I thoroughly enjoy shopping for I get everyone in my family. We always get a bunch of stuff for everybody, but I always buy something specifically for me, for my wife, my daughter, my soon-to-be son-in-law, and all of that. I thoroughly enjoy putting thought into it. I love the Christmas time. I do. I'm kind of a corny Clark Griswold Christmas guy, if you will. So I see myself as a pretty traditional. I love listening to the old like Statler Brothers Christmas album, the Carpenters Christmas, all of the old school Christmas stuff. That's what I grew up with my dad and my family. We had a big, huge thing every year growing up. And I guess I just kind of grown up in that traditional Christmas sense. So yeah, I am a most definitely a corny traditional Christmas guy for sure.
Yeah. Well, it shows in your movie choices, just say.
It does. And but yeah, no, it's
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's see, you've got
number four.
You've got Vacation.
I've got Christmas Vacation, Elf, and A Christmas Story. You've got Die Hard, Home Alone, and Gremlins.
I'm gonna go another outside the box. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Not bad. Not bad. Little Burton movie.
Kind of a crossover, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good one.
It
It's
has
a
its
good
moment.
one. It does. It does. Um, yeah, you're definitely not the only
Well,
one that would even come close to like meshing with mine would be Home Alone. You know.
probably Home Alone, yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, it's it's about giving people some ideas, right? And so
That's right.
if we both
That's right.
picked five that was the same, then how boring would that be? So
This is true too. This is true too. My fourth is going to go to the original, like the first one, Christmas, Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Santa
yeah,
Claus.
yeah, the original.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
actually, they're all
what.
pretty decent. They're all the one with Martin Short was pretty good. Also, I'm not sure which one that one was, but
Yeah, he was Jack Frost in that
yeah,
one
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever. Um, so along those lines, yeah, and I don't disagree. The first Santa Claus I think was probably the better.
yeah.
Uh, and there's a I think there's a series now that's Santa Claus, isn't there?
Oh, I don't know. Is there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Um, I'll save something. I want to mention something, but I'll save something. I know we've got honorable mentions and things like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
But we've got what fifth and final.
Yeah,
I've increasingly become not a big fan of this actor, but I can separate the art from the artist.
sure.
And in his early days, he was absolutely hilarious. There's many things he's in. He's absolutely hilarious. So I can sort of get over that, and uh, it's just funny, start to finish. The Grinch.
Oh, sure. Yeah, with Jim Carrey, the Grinch one you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah, yeah. Talking about the Jim Carrey version. Yeah, yeah. Not
Yeah,
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but the Grinch. Yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah.
that's fair. Um, that's a good one. Um, I'm trying to decide. I've got a few
And she
different
fires
ones that
is
I kind of
breaking out.
want to.
uh, Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. That's pretty.
Quality one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Um, yeah, that's not a bad one. Trying to figure out if I want to go which way I want to go. Like, which one do I want to make the movie, and then when like the list, and then which one do I want to be the honorable mention?
Yeah, they're not necessarily in order. So
Um,
just roll with
all
it.
right. So I'm gonna. No, I know. Let's throw Home Alone out there. We are going to agree on that one. I think it's a great one. Like I said, I watched it last night. Watching it, my wife's kind of got it on right now. So um,
Yeah.
it's funny, and like I said, you forget how funny it is. You know.
No, yeah, it's no. Totally agree. It's great.
All right. So your honorable mention then.
Well, let's flip it around. What was yours? What were you wrestling with there?
So it's not a very good one, but for some reason I always enjoy it when it's on.
Hmm.
So it's kind of one of those like, and I wouldn't put that's why I didn't put it on the list. I don't think it's a good one. I just I think I enjoy it when it's on. It's Deck the Halls. You ever seen that was one with Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito?
Hmm. Yeah.
And Danny DeVito's trying to like put the lights on the house and see it from space and all that. Like I said,
Right.
it's not a good movie, but
Yeah.
I always enjoy it. So that's
Yeah.
kind of where I was tussling. I was like,
Yeah.
that's why I put that as my honorable mention. Is I don't think it's a great movie, but um, every time I see it on this time of year, like I'll watch whatever's left. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah. No, I hear you.
Now, is
I hear
this
you.
true? Marcus says that they're making a new Die Hard with John Krasinski.
I have
I'd
no
watch
idea.
that. I'd watch the hell out of it. I love John Krasinski.
Man, it's going to be tough without Alan Rickman, though. Like
It is. It is.
as much as Bruce Willis is synonymous with Die Hard, like Come on, you don't get no better than Alan Rickman and Hans Gruber. Like really?
You see what my quote is, right? Although I do not consider it a Christmas movie, I'm a big fan of Die Hard.
I went a totally different
Um,
direction, by the way, with
yeah,
that.
uh, yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Um,
Your honorable mention.
I was just going to talk about because not they're not box office or anything. They're Netflix, but the is it the Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell? Those movies where he's
Oh, I
Santa
never
Claus.
saw those. I guess.
Oh man, you should watch those.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I never
you
even
should
heard
watch
of
those.
them.
Yeah, I think it's Christmas Chronicles. Somebody out there in the chat can verify, of course. But yeah, he's Santa Claus, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's two of them now. And that heck,
Huh.
they may even have a third one coming out this year. I mean, it's Netflix; they
Oh,
crank out movies
right.
every other
Well, that's
day.
true. They do.
So, but I've sit down and actually enjoyed both of those. I tend to like Kurt Russell as an actor.
Yeah, I don't
So,
mind Kurt Russell. Yeah. Defense
uh,
that, yes, Christmas Chronicles is funny, he says.
yeah, yeah. Um, I'll tell you another one
You ever
before I.
watch Bad Santa? That was a pretty good one.
Oh, I have. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Billy
Definitely.
Bob Thornton. Great,
Um,
great one.
Sykes out there talking about the Grinch. He says, no, 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 it has to be the original. Out there, he said somewhere.
Yeah.
I disagree when we're talking about watching it, but if we're talking about reading it, 100%.
Yeah.
I
Well,
read,
that's because you're partial to
yeah,
that.
yeah, I read it every Christmas Eve on the channel, just like we do for the Edgar Allan Poe for the Halloween. So love it. I love reading it. I'll tell you another one real quick because we got to move
Yep.
on.
Yeah.
Since you hadn't seen Christmas Chronicles, like put that on your list with Expendables and everything else that
Yep.
you need to
Yeah.
watch.
I know, right?
But Fat Man,
Fat Man. I've never heard of it.
Fat Man. It is basically a little kid grows up and he didn't get what he should have got from Santa, so he goes all like mobster going after Santa, and it's Mel Gibson as Santa.
Oh, really? Yeah, I
And
need to go watch
yeah,
that.
and there's a
I'm writing this one
shootout at
down.
the
Fat
end.
Man.
It's like, do what?
I said I'm writing this down right now. Fat Man.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. There's like it's action. It's like an action flick and stuff. It's like it's crazy. There's like a shootout at the
Interesting.
end and like all kinds of guns and like it's yeah, yeah. Now Santa's a FUD, just so you all know, but with the guns he has, but he knows how to use them. Put it that way.
I mean, I kind of would. I mean, honestly, like if you were to ask me, what kind of person you think Santa is, I would honestly say, yeah, he's definitely a FUD. Like that, I
Yeah,
think that's a no brainer at this
yeah.
point. I could see him with,
Live at the North Pole, it kind of
living
yeah,
in North Pole. I mean, he's gonna have, like a Pony Express on a sleigh with him. A sawed off shotgun. I mean, he's gonna have lever action something. With the reindeer. He's definitely would definitely be a FUD kind of a guy for sure.
right, right. Yeah.
Let's
So
talk
before
about
we
EAA, man. Go for it. Let's go ahead and let's
Yeah,
talk about EAA real
before we
quick.
move on, we do got to talk about EAA, man. How about the 2311, man? Oh, that
Oh,
thing, dude! Like everybody's chomping at the bits to get their hands on the 2311.
yeah.
I've had so many people, are they out? Where do we get one? Oh my God,
I
you
had a
know.
guy offer me $1,000 the other day, just
Yeah, well,
straight up.
that's
I'll give you 1,000.
basically
And that's what you can go buy it for, but they can't find them. They're out right now. A lot of the places that he's going to, the distributors I guess there's his gun shops are out. I said, well, every week they get more in. So just keep going, keep
yeah,
going, and keep going.
yeah, yeah. Um, Man, hard to beat. It really is. But I tell you, um, the um, the Gerson High Power, especially the PI Lightweight. Um,
Yeah.
I did not think I would like that as much as I do. And I think
Yeah.
we've been talking about that previously. I think, but it being the shorter barrel, the
Mhm.
compact or whatever, the PI, private investigator model.
Yeah.
Um, because I'm kind of old school and the traditional full size high power design and that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But holy crap, with that extended beaver tail and just the flat trigger and like who cares about the barrel length at that point? It feels so good
Yeah. It does
in the
feel good.
hand.
What's funny, bro, is we talk about EAA, and the first two guns we brought up are the 2311 and the high power lightweight. And we haven't even brought up the gun that's probably going to win gun of the year.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
MC14T. That's how
That's true.
good their lineup is right now.
Yeah,
The third gun we mention is probably going to be the handgun of the year, and
yeah,
it's the third gun we bring up. Isn't that great? That's
yeah.
how crazy their lineup is right now.
I don't know as much as I would as much. We talked about that back in whenever it was, like April or May, right? We were
Yeah,
saying
over in
that
Indy. Yeah,
when the MC14T launched, and I don't know that EAA is not in contention for any of those three being handgun of the year,
yeah,
especially the 2311 and the MC14T.
yeah.
Um, like either one of those could, but I think maybe price point with the MC14T considerably
And
lower
the
for
just
what it is.
the design
Right,
is just
right. The
cool. It's got the
design,
cool factor.
yeah, the design and how it could be beneficial to a lot of different people. I think it might. If we're talking about handgun of the year, I think it might actually have a little bit of edge over the others. But
Yeah.
I think all three would be in contention. Quite
Oh,
honestly.
there's no doubt about that. But that's what I think is funny though is the gun that probably will win handgun of the year is the third gun we brought up of their lineup, and
Yeah,
that just shows you how good their lineup is right now.
yeah,
And they
yep.
got some cool stuff coming down the line too. So
It is. Yeah, shot is going to be hopefully
shots gonna
insane with cool stuff from
shots
them.
gonna piss off shot. They're gonna piss off some people at shot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they've been doing it, so why not?
They've been doing it. Keep on going.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job when you're pissing off other companies, right?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Real quick before Clover takes his topic, we do want to remind you, everybody, if you are out there, the great comments out there, great discussion out in the chat. We love it. Keep it coming. But if you're out there, make sure you do say something. You can just say hello or hi or F you or whatever. Say something because that will get you into the drawing for the viewer random topic, which will come up. The drawing. It'll be after this segment. This next segment is CloverTac segment. What's your topic for the night, my man?
Dude, we're going Little Debbie, baby.
Oh snap! Okay.
So let's do
trying to figure out why. Like, did something happen with Little Debbie this weekend, or
not really, not
or just random?
Not
okay.
Especially, I was eating I was eating a Nutty Buddy the other day.
Oh,
crap. I knew this was coming up, and I'm like, and I actually went back and looked, and I'm like, have we talked a Little Debbie before? We talked about
right.
ice cream and a lot of other things. Like, you know what? We hadn't shown no love to Debbie, so
okay.
Let's go Little Debbie. We can kind of use the same format, pick 5.
Okay.
Have an alt. It can be current, it can be discontinued. I would really like for the live chat out there or in replay comments, drop them below if there are discontinued Little Debbies that you miss and you wish would come back or whatever. Definitely jump in and mention some of that. Because I'm sitting here trying to think, and there's very few that I can think of that have went away, and I know I'm not. There's some that were amazing that I just ain't thinking of. So,
I'm sure.
Help me out with that. But I guess you got first crack
at
this one.
So, like, we're not doing it where if we choose, it comes off the board because there's not a terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there's quite a few.
Not,
I can play Deadpool's food cake advocate here.
Okay, all right.
I promise you, with my grandbabies and everything else, and as much Little Debbie's is around, I can go with some stuff that some people may not have ever even heard of.
Well, there you go. Well, I'm
and
probably
we've got
going to
special variations too. Understand?
Well, this is probably true too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go right off the butt with the Nutty Buddy. That's a staple. That's huh?
I said you
Well,
bastard.
since you brought it up, I'll let you go. Okay, I will
No, you're
go.
fine.
I'll
No, you're fine
go
with it. Take it. No. I'm good. You take it. I'm good. I'm good.
because I'm not a. I mean, I don't eat a lot of like Little Debbie snacks and stuff. So there's only a couple that I really. There's
Well, that's
probably
fine.
3 that I actually know, and that's
And the
one of
Nutty
them.
Buddy's
Obviously.
solid, dude. Like, just it's not overpowering with like the peanut
Yeah,
butter. It's like
yeah,
the balance is just right with it. It's just there's
absolutely.
something about it, like texture wise. Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, solid. Yep, that probably would have been my first pick, probably.
yeah.
Um,
It's the first thing that comes to mind when I think Little Debbie. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you, and that's fine. Um, man, since you went Little Debbie, I'm gonna go. I mean, you went Nutty Buddy. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go oatmeal cream pie, man.
That's my probably my second one because that's one of the few things that I'm not an oatmeal guy. But I love the oatmeal pies, and that's the second thing that I think of when you think Little Debbie. So yeah,
Oh,
it's a
and
solid choice.
especially the
Solid
double
choice.
decker or whatever, right? Like, oh,
I don't know if I've had the double decker. I'm sure I have. I'm
yeah,
just saying. I'm sure I have. I'm just saying that
yeah,
yeah, oatmeal cream pies are phenomenal. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
So it's my number 2.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I probably should have stayed away from that one. Probably
why?
that way you could have chose it.
Oh, I can still choose it. I might
That's
make it
true.
my number
You
4 or
could still you
5.
could still double up. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna try to go with something different. The Swiss rolls.
Oh,
Now here's why, and this is a little bit different. I my little ass backwards here.
mm,
I was never a big Swiss roll fan growing because I was a big Hostess cupcake fan growing up.
mm.
So
So you grew up in the area that basically produced them
right, right.
closely.
So the Swiss roll was never a big thing for me until about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, somewhere in there. There used a lady that used to work, was friends with my wife, and she made the Swiss roll cake for me for my birthday,
Mm,
and it's unbelievable. And
yeah,
so, yeah, Swiss rolls are pretty damn good. But yeah, for sure, Swiss rolls are up there for sure.
and
Uh,
there are variants of that, or have been at least over the
oh, I'm
years.
sure there are. Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Yeah, yeah. The strawberry comes to mind for sure.
I
Yep.
don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. What's your number 2?
So we're on number 2, huh? I'm gonna go spin wheels. Is that what they're called? Spin
We
wheels?
are on the same brain length
Is that
here.
where you were gonna go?
Oh yeah, I was my number
Basically a
3.
pecan, cinnamon, whatever, black pecan
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
thing. Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Spin it up. Now here's the
I
key. Here's
uh-huh.
the key with the spin wheel. In the microwave for just a second, or cold.
Oh yeah. Microwave for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, not long. Not
Yeah,
long.
no, not long.
It'll get hard as a rock. You do it very
Yeah,
long,
about
but
10 seconds to where it's warm and now here's the thing, do you bite into it or do you unravel it?
I unravel it 100%.
Same here. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh
and
yeah,
the
yeah,
center is the
unravel it.
best. You have to say the
Yes,
center
it
for last.
is. Yeah, that's the
Like,
last for sure.
it is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
no
had
doubt.
those. I don't know if they've always called those spin wheels, but man, I've eaten those for. I can remember being in like elementary school and having
Yeah.
those for breakfast before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
I'm gonna have to go with that is my number 3, so we can just continue talking about spin wheels.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's definitely honestly, you know, my honest opinion, I should have taken that number 1 because
Really?
that to me, yeah, because to me it brings back memories. Like we would be going, I'd always have some kind of basketball, baseball, soccer, some kind of game every Saturday morning, basically my whole life growing up. And that was usually my breakfast. We'd stop off in the mornings. I don't eat breakfast a whole lot, but my dad always wanted me to have something in my stomach before a game. So he'd stop off and get himself a Coke in the morning to wake him up, or a cup of coffee or whatever. And I'd always grab a little thing of the spin wheels, and that's what I would eat because they were kind of small, So I'd eat those on the way to whatever game I was playing Saturday morning. So it's not what I think of first, but it's probably my best memories for Little
Yeah.
Debbie is that. So 100%. Yeah, you can't go wrong with those for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh, you're number 3 then.
My number 3. Dang it. All like the major ones are pretty much gone. I mean, there's a bunch. Not that they're just not my favorites. There's some folks out
Yeah,
there
I
in the
hear
chat
you.
have mentioned a lot, and it's like, yeah, I get it, I get it, I get it. Um, Man, I'm gonna say I'm trying to stay away from the discontinued.
Mm.
Um, I'm gonna go with one that is the same as the spin wheels in that they have to be in the microwave for just the literal hot second.
Okay.
And that's the donut sticks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
But they have to. You have to go 5, maybe 10 seconds in the microwave. Probably not even 10.
Yeah.
Um, but you have to with those. I just they're nasty when they're cold. But I mean, in the
Yeah.
morning, same as the spin wheels. In the morning, a cup of coffee or a glass of milk or whatever it might be, and
Gotta go a glass
warm
of milk. Yeah.
warm those
For
up
me.
just slightly. Then
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Now, speaking of a glass of milk, my number 4, kind of on the same line as yours. Don't put these in the microwave though. And it's got to be chocolate milk with these.
Hmm.
Got to be chocolate milk. But the little bag of powdered small mini donuts, the powdered donuts.
Yeah.
Gotta go. I'll still every now and then when I'm in the mood for it. When I stop in the gas station in the morning, I'll see them. They're always there, and I'm like, all right. Every now and then I'll go grab, and I can go powdered or chocolate, right? Powdered or chocolate, one of those donuts. But if I go powdered, it's got to be chocolate milk. If I go the chocolate covered donuts, it's got to be regular milk. But they're little. I'll just go in general. They're mini donuts. I think are pretty damn good.
Now, have you had any of the variants other than that? The glaze, the strawberry,
No, I'm a pretty boring guy. I just like the powdered and the chocolate ones are the only ones I've ever tried.
yeah, yeah. They've got so many. They got the ones that are like the
Yeah.
zebra cakes. They got yeah,
Yeah,
so many
and
different.
I've had a zebra cake and I didn't think it was very good. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I haven't mentioned it, or like the Christmas trees, or and a
Yeah,
lot of
or
people like
the
those.
red, white, and blue cakes and all
Yeah,
those.
my youngest
They're
daughter,
cakes.
the pumpkin delights, which they're out this time of year.
I don't
She
know what
really
that
likes.
is, I guess.
She really digs those, and I'm not. I'm not into it. It's all almost like it's got like a pumpkin spice like filling,
Oh yeah, no.
like a cake type. It's like a softer cookie or something. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not
Okay.
yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Um, there's so many that I'm not a big fan of, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, one thing that's we didn't mention or whatever, but did you know Little Debbie has ice cream? Did you know there's Little Debbie
They
ice
do,
cream now?
yes, they do. Yeah. I've never had
Yeah,
it, but I've seen it before.
yeah, yeah. So that gets to be interesting. Um, okay, am I up again? What number are we
Yeah,
on?
you're number 4. Yeah, you're number 4.
My 4. Um,
No, no,
Man,
you just went. You just went. You went with the pumpkin thing.
yeah. No, I was just saying that I didn't like that.
Oh, okay, okay. Then you're number 4 then. Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go one that like you're talking about, directly opposite of the whole donut stick and the spin wheel. Don't get it close to heat, and don't put it on your dash in the summertime or anything else.
Uh-huh.
Fudge round.
Okay, snap. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And if you're trying to eat it on the go, now you get a little bit of warmth to it if you're around the house and you can throw it on a plate. A little
Yeah.
hot fudge. Sure, but yeah, if you're trying to eat it one handed out of the bag and that kind of stuff, you better not get it around any heat because
Right.
it's
It won't
going to
take
be
long.
messy quick. Yeah, but fudge rounds are okay. They're not top tier from me by any stretch of the imagination, but
Yeah.
they're palatable. They'll work.
Yeah. I would go. And I'm thinking about this. Little Debbie. I talked to you before. Is my infatuation with Hostess cupcakes, right?
Huh?
Little Debbie has their own versions. They're just chocolate cupcakes with the cream filling and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that.
they do. Yeah, they
But
had a
they're not
version of a
even.
Twinkie at one point.
They did, but their cupcake is nowhere near, in my opinion, the quality. It tastes like cardboard to me. It's not even a close. Like even just the generic cupcakes are that are generic. The Hostess are better
Yeah.
to me than the Little Debbie. So I'm not going to go there. I'll
Right.
throw it as an honorable mention just because whatever. I'm going to go with the chocolate and peanut butter bars. The
Oh,
peanut
it's got
butter
the
crunch,
crunchy, like a
the
Twix
crunch
kind of
thing.
sorta.
Yeah, kind of like a Twix, but it's like their version of a Twix. They're pretty
Yeah,
solid. I'm not gonna lie, pretty solid. Especially if
almost
you
like
dip them in like vanilla ice cream. I'm just
oh
saying,
yeah,
try it sometime.
yeah, yeah. I was thinking about those. Those were in the back of my brain pan for sure.
Defense Dad says Clover has the advantage over Ghost. He can hide little Debbie snacks in his beard. This is true.
Yeah, plenty of them for sure. All right, solid five. I'm gonna take a crazy left turn, since you mentioned the donuts in the bag,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
a second ago. That's definitely a different variant, and since you brought up the cupcakes, the twist on the weird cupcakes,
yeah.
Little Debbie does make mini muffins.
Oh, do they
Um,
really?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
blueberry or something?
Oh, they make a variety.
Oh,
Um,
I'm about to try the
of
blueberry. I'm a
chocolate
blueberry
chip,
muffin fan.
blueberry, chocolate chip, banana bread, honey bun.
Honey bun, yeah.
Um, trying to think, and that's one we hadn't even mentioned was honey bun. They
Yeah,
make
I just
strawberry.
brought off the exit. Lance out there brought up honey bun. I was like, oh my god, how would you
Yeah,
forget about honey bun?
yeah. Um. Anyway, I like the birthday cake.
Okay, all right,
The
all
birthday
right.
cake mini muffins
Well, if they
are
have like
or I don't
blueberry
know if they're
ones,
called
I'll
birthday cake,
definitely have
but
to
you get
try that.
you
No,
get
no,
what
I
I'm
hear you.
saying.
Yeah,
Birthday
yeah,
cake flavor or whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
I like them.
yeah. I'm about to try that one. I'm definitely gonna if I can find them, and maybe I just haven't ever looked for them or seen them, but I might have to try the
Yeah,
blueberry. I'm a big, I like blueberry muffins,
yeah.
so I'm going to try those.
I don't, so I couldn't tell you on those,
Yeah, no, I hear
unfortunately.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now defensive firearm tax out there is bringing up hostess stuff. This is a little Debbie
yeah, he
chat.
is. No,
Stop
no,
it with the
no. He
hostess.
can bring up hostess all day long. That's that'd be fine with me. I'm fine.
I try to scroll through. I know a lot of Christmas tree, a lot of the zebra
Defense
cakes.
Dad says they used to have one that was sort of an apple Danish. Not sure if they still do. Do you do you remember like an apple Danish one?
So I think, yeah, I do, and I don't think they have it
Okay.
anymore. And I'm wanting to say, defense dad, the pumpkin one that I was talking about, my youngest daughter
Yeah.
likes. That's
Yeah.
seasonal.
Mm.
Is that's what it is basically. It's that, but it's pumpkin. I think. Now somebody
Lance
said
brings
coffee
up
cake.
the coffee cake. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not a big
yeah,
coffee cake guy. My dad used to love coffee cake though.
yeah.
I'm sure he had them.
There's so much. I'm trying to even think, but I mean, when you go Little Debbie, I mean,
Oh,
it's like
Star Crunch. I forgot about Star Crunch too.
see, I'm not a big Star Crunch
I
person.
hate them, but they were. But they've been around forever. What are those
Yeah,
little brownies they used to have with like little
cosmic
M and
brownies.
M's type looking things? There you go.
Cosmic
Yeah,
cosmic brownies, yeah.
yeah. They're
They
not
used to not be
necessarily
called
sprinkles,
cosmic
but they're yeah. I don't know what they were called. I just knew it was the
but they're
brownies.
little hard, crappy things
Yeah,
on.
they're not like sprinkles, but they're not M and M's. They're kind of like I don't know, like a miniature M&M, if you will.
But even
I
to
don't know.
me, I mean, even them are not that good.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they're to me, it's low tier. I mean, I'm gonna go Little Debbie. I'm going something else over a cosmic brownie. But I mean, it's legit. It's one of the better sellers. I have no doubt
Oh, I'm
about it.
sure. I just I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm looking at the. Here's a thing of
Defense Dad said they were called apple flips, and his grandma always bought them.
apple flips.
Apple
Okay,
flips.
okay. Good to know. I've never seen any that I know of, not in the wild anyway. But yeah,
Now, Tread brings up fancy cakes. He said they're okay, but not frozen. I don't know which one the fancy cakes are. What is it? Is he talking about like the different cakes, or is there an actual thing called a fancy cake?
I think there is a fancy cake, isn't there?
Is there? Let's look up. Let me look
Isn't
up.
it
Little
isn't it a like an
Debbie
all white?
fancy
It's
cakes.
like a zebra cake
It
without
is.
the zebra,
It is. It's an
but it's a
all white,
white
and they
instead of like
have
a
it.
yellow cake.
Yeah, and they also they have it now in oh, what's it called? The red
Like red velvet.
red velvet also. But yeah, yeah, it's like a white cake with white frosting. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like a devil
I didn't
square.
know that. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it's like
So
a
yeah,
devil square. It's just all white. Yeah.
yeah, I
Huh.
didn't.
Well, isn't
Yeah,
that just interesting? One that we left off, and rightfully so, but Little
yep.
Debbie had talking about the oatmeal cream pie. That's definitely their best
I would
uh,
say so. Yeah,
sandwich cookie, let's just say. But they
sure.
also had, I don't know if they still do or not, and people can chime in if they do. And I didn't care for any of them. I've only recently come to like the oatmeals, to be honest with you, in the last decade or so, maybe. But they had raisin cream pies and chocolate chip
Oh, that
cream pie.
sounds disgusting.
Yeah, neither one of those. There's like, no, thank you. I'm
Yeah, I mean, no, I'd pass. I'd probably pass on both. But you know me, like I'm the guy that goes to a restaurant, and once I find something at a restaurant, every time I go to that restaurant, I get it every single time. So I'm not real big on expanding my horizons on snacks and foods and all that. It's usually when I find something, I stick with it. So um, I don't see me ever trying the raisin or the chocolate chip cream pies. If I ever have a cream pie, it's going to be an oatmeal. And like I said, I'm not even an oatmeal fan, but oatmeal cream pies are pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree.
Defense that. I'm not going to repeat that. That's pretty funny though.
So I guess it's time to let somebody pick a topic.
Yeah, we got the random viewer topic brought to you by our good friends over at Taurus. So yeah, Clove, you want to bring up the randomizer, if you will? I don't know what they're
Working
calling it.
on it. Yeah, working on it here.
And
So you've got just a couple of seconds to get a comment in if you haven't already, and we're going to spin this thing. When we do spin this thing, give us a topic. Hopefully, as quickly as possible. Maybe everybody has clicked the live button and they're not terribly behind. I haven't seen any
right.
comments that seem to be terribly behind.
No, this has been a pretty good. We definitely have the intelligent crowd tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it. So yeah, here we go. Let's do this. What do you think?
Let's do it. Push that button.
21. That's a lucky number. 21 entries. Here we go. Hopefully we'll get somebody other than you or I. Maybe we'll get somebody we haven't had in a while. That would be nice.
Gun metal. Let's see about has he said much lately?
Been a while.
It has been a while. 8:40. So
minutes ago.
So maybe he's still out there. But gunmetal guy, give us a topic. Like I said, we'll talk about anything that won't get us kicked off of YouTube or the podcast platforms.
Right.
Obviously, we reserve the right to not, but pretty much we're free game, whether we know what we're talking about or not. Yeah, he did. I saw that.
So Christmas strippers. So thank God he didn't get the win.
Let's just hope gunmetal guys here. We don't have to spin again and get sites, because that could be an interesting conversation.
Acetone is a good stripper. Mineral spirits works well too. So
WD-40, if used properly, can be as well.
Right. Gunmetal guy, you're running the clock, brother. So we may draw again here. So I'll say we draw again and we talk about the sponsor for this segment, which is Taurus.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because if he's out there, he was behind, and we ain't got time for that. So here we go again. Let's see who it be. And it is Defense Dad.
Defense Dad.
So Defense Dad.
Obviously, he is not going to want to talk about cream pies. He mentioned earlier he didn't want to talk about cream pies anymore. the oatmeal cream pies and all that.
The oatmeal cream pies and let's be Anyway, come on.
Taurus.
What are you, like 8 years
Let's
old?
talk Taurus.
Tauri.
Or I.
Man, I don't know what to say about Taurus. I know they got the cool new, basically bringing back the FS copies,
Yeah,
basically, which
pretty
is
much. Yeah.
nice on the semi-auto front. So, um, I haven't seen any of the price points on them. That's something that I really want to be paying attention to come. I think come SHOT Show, I'm gonna have to try to get over there and take a look and see.
Yeah.
Um, so, um, yeah. Outside of that, I'm not a TX22 fan. Honestly, I'm not the biggest. I mean, I appreciate what they are, but
Yeah.
you probably can speak more to that and or the G2, G3, G4 stuff.
Yeah, the
Than
G3, the
me.
GX, G4X, or GX4, whatever it's called. I think it's called the GX4, the G3. I've got the G3. I've shot the GX4 many, many times. Yeah, I mean they're good guns for what they are. They really are. I mean, you're talking about striker fired polymer handgun. Now I will say this, that for the price point, um, they're good, decent choices. If you would have asked me that 5 years ago, I said, eh. But no, the G3, the GX4, I would definitely say that for the price point, they're up there amongst the best in that little niche, if you will. So yeah, they're great. I tell you, it's a cool looking gun. I don't know if I'll ever own one or not, but what is it? The Hunter, the big old
Oh
revolver.
yeah,
I don't know. I've never shot it before. I need to shoot it next range day just to say I shot it. It just looks pretty badass. So that's a pretty cool looking gun.
yeah, yeah, and then you got the heritage stuff. I mean, we
Yep. Yep.
talk about that, but the man, they've come out with basically the tactical cowboy version of the Rancher carbine, which is pretty cool. And then
Yeah.
they have expanded the line as far as the bird's head grips on things, and as far as the barrel links available.
Yeah.
Like, man, the SKUs and stuff. But to be able to custom shop your own heritage is pretty cool too, because that's one
Yeah.
of the cool thing. I mean, those have been around. FIE was importing those many, many years ago before they became heritage and before Taurus ever started, basically took over, heritage. Um, and back then they were just like cheap, you know, knock around, have fun, 22 revolvers. And they still
Hmm.
are. Don't get me wrong. They're not, super high quality, going to last a lifetime, type heirloom quality stuff.
Right.
But if you're looking for cheap fun and especially what Heritage has done with taking and making the various barrels and frames and grips and all of that available
Yeah.
in their accessory store, or whatever, accessory shop. It's pretty cool because you can, let's say you may find a great deal, on a used one, or maybe you get one
Yeah.
for Christmas or your birthday or some crazy thing that, you're gifted one or something, and, it doesn't have the grip frame you like, or maybe you want a longer
Sure.
barrel, or, maybe you want to go from 22 mag to 22 or 22 to 22 mag, a different cylinder. Um, Heritage, man, they got all that stuff, and you don't have to buy a whole new revolver, which is, I think, is really
Correct.
cool.
Yeah. No doubt. Defense Stat says best handgun under $350, but no Taurus or daggers. Just make it interesting.
This is gonna be tough
Um,
without seeing something with prices listed, is because like, it's like I don't
yeah,
know now. There's different stuff
I
going
can
for it.
tell you that one of the best guns that I've shot in the last several years, um, maybe ever, to be honest with you. And if you find the right deal and if you buy them with the lower and the upper instead of the whole gun separately,
Mm,
the Anderson Kiger is unbelievable.
right.
Unbelievable. Um, if you can find yourself a used Canic, you can still probably find for less than 350. And this is going to be weird. I'm going to go off the reservation on this, but the best handgun under 350 is a lot of the times a Glock 19 or Glock 17 police trade-in, if you can find them, a used one that you can find for $300 sometimes. That's probably the best gun in the world for 350 is a used Glock police trade-in, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Now,
going to be tough.
I'm being interesting because it's not a new gun, so I don't know. But I mean, I'm just saying if you can consider a used gun market, a police trade-in Glock 17 or 19 is the best way to go.
Well, you can get into the Kiger 9C probably for around 4 for sure. That doesn't meet the criteria for Defense Dad, but
I got mine for under 3.
Well, I'm just talking about sales aside and stuff. Yeah.
Sales aside. Sure. Yeah.
But normal run of the mill price for the 9C, not the.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what you're going to find without a sale.
But I'm going to tell you right now, spoiler alert for upcoming videos and other things. But the Kiger 9C Pro I've got, might be the best handgun.
It's unreal.
I'm
telling you, people won't believe it.
$400 handgun. Yeah.
People just don't understand how good that handgun is.
Yeah. Man, the stuff from Bursa, quite honestly, it comes to mind.
Yeah,
we're talking about things that are in that 350-ish range. The what is it? The BPCCs, the Thunders, the Thunder series. If you're okay with some 380 stuff. What was his criteria? Did he say it was
350? I'm going to say you can probably find a BRG9 out there for under 350. That's a really solid choice.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about the BRG9.
Yeah,
but 100%, dude. They were retailing crazily in that 2 range for a while, so you should be able to definitely find one for well under that. And my God, if you could even pick up one of those for 250, that'd be a steal.
Oh man, 250 and a bunch of ammo. Hell yeah.
Now, Gizzard said that Ruger Security 9's under 350 at Academy. So,
I'm not a Ruger guy. Yeah, neither am I. Not saying it's a bad gun, just not for me. Not for me.
Yeah.
Mike says he got his Glock 17 brand new for $375 4 weeks ago. Nice.
But we were handguns, right? Was the question.
Handguns 350 under 350.
Under, yeah.
Best handgun under 350. I'm going to say my top 3 is if you can find the right sale or whatever, definitely the Kiger might be pushing that 350. BRG 9 for sure. And I would say probably like he said no Taurus either. No Taurus or Dagger.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is it possible that there could be some EAA stuff in that range for too long?
There will be some stuff in that range before too long. Just can't talk about.
I think that's about all we can say. But
yeah.
Another one that comes to mind. I don't got a whole lot of experience with, but I'm gonna throw it out there because I do hear people talking about it. Some of the stuff from Car.
I've never shot it, so I wouldn't know. I have no.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of experience with them, so I mean, I can't speak one way or the other. Now I do with Sky. Sky's obviously in that, and stay away from that.
Right? Yeah, I'm not. I would never. I would never go out there and put them on a best of list. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, that without a doubt. But I'm trying to think in that range, man. It's tough because Taurus unfortunately has that market cornered really, really, really well.
Yeah.
So but like the SAR 9, that's going to run a little bit more, right? I'm sure.
SAR, yeah, those are 400 probably.
Yeah.
Now let's see here. SAR 9.
You get into a whole.
Probably that's 499 maybe.
So that's the weird thing. We may have people watching and listening.
Like when Canic first came out, you could find them for $300, and now you're not going anywhere near that. Yeah. Even though the same TP9, just because they're popular now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
Um,
what a lot of people don't realize is that, when you talk about firearms, um, you exponentially seem to get more for very little extra money. Like the jump from 200 to 300 is insane.
oh yeah, it
And
is
the jump
insane.
from
Yeah,
300 to 400 is typically pretty
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
of course, you've got the, big ugly staples like High Point. I mean, now you can overlook that. But I think when we're talking Ruger, I think we can get into like the obviously into the LCP line, or maybe even the what is it, the ECS 9 or
Yeah,
EC9F,
EC9. Yeah.
EC9 and stuff
Um,
with those. I think can come into that range pretty easily. Um, you get kind of close. Mentioned Canic a couple times. I think you get really close with some Canic stuff. Even
especially
new,
maybe
I
some
think.
Gen 1, some original Gen, like just double action,
Yeah,
single action stuff like that. Now
it's the
Defense
right
Dad
sale
said,
or
I think it was Defense said there's some stuff, or Defense Dad said Gerson 1911s right now for 350 or less. I don't know. I don't think so. What I will say is you might, if you're looking for a 1911, you might be able to get for 350 or less. You might be able to get into maybe a Rock Island for 350 or less.
well, you can get
I
into.
don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can get into an SDS if you wanted for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Tissos, or is that how you say it?
I'm guessing that's, yeah. It's weird. I mean, the ones I've seen don't say they're that,
Now,
so
once again, I would sit there and say for
I
350,
don't know that about that line.
if you can spend the extra $50 or $75 and get into a Gerson, then I would. Once again, you're talking about the difference between a Rock Island and a Gerson for, let's say, $100 difference. Like there is no comparison, right?
Yeah.
Like there is no
Well, and
comparison
then
between a Rock Island and a Gerson, you know.
yeah, and then what was I gonna say? Dang it. And then
I
what?
don't
Like
know.
I said, what purpose are we talking?
Oh,
Right?
he
We're
just
just
said he
talking
paid
about.
$314 for a Gasan 1911. So if you can find a
Oh, there you
Gasan
go.
1911 for
All day with it.
314, then all day long. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, without a doubt.
Defense Dad said the HK VP 40s are 389. Lots of 40 guns going real cheap. I won't
Oh, I'm
lie.
sure, but then you've got a 40, so
Exactly. I
who
mean,
wants that?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't know.
I think we covered a lot of bases there.
I think we did. Yeah. It is hard to find quality guns or guns that you would recommend for 350 or less. Now, 5 years ago, before the cough, yeah, we could have this discussion pretty easily, right?
Right.
Um, I just, there guns out there that you can find for 350 or less? Yeah, there's a ton of them, especially like right now, if there's like sales going on. Like I said, if you can get a sale through Anderson and get a Kiger 9 Pro on sale, then that's the gun you go with, hands down.
Man,
Um, maybe
another
even
one
like,
real
I'll tell you an RX Delta X is a really great gun for that price for sale if it's on sale.
and
You
I
know,
don't know the RX line right now, Black Friday, Cyber Monday week, and all that
yeah,
stuff going on.
yeah,
I know that the sales are super heavy with the RX stuff as well as
Grand
the
Power,
Grand Power stuff.
yeah.
And a
So an
lot of the
RX
Grand Power,
Delta Gen 2, 299.99, and I think I put a link up in my
yeah, 295. I
community
thought
tab.
they were
Yeah, 299 for the Delta Gen 2. So
pretty sure.
phenomenal gun. Yeah.
If you prefer hammer fired, then that would be something in the Grand Power line, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they're there too. Another one I was thinking about, and we got to
The
get out of
Grand
here, but
Power handguns, the
uh,
MK12, 275.99 right now.
yeah,
The
yeah, that's
MK12.
solid, dude. That's freaking solid.
Yeah, it is.
And Global Ordnance is just crushing it with stuff. But
Yeah, they are.
the as far as the last week anyway, in the sales. But um, have you ever played around with an FMK?
Mm-mm.
I know they come in at a lower price point, but I don't
No,
have any experience with the FMKs,
I don't either.
so stuff that
Um, I wouldn't be able to. Um, I
But
wouldn't
hey,
be
we
able
throw
to. to give you anything.
Yeah, well, I can't either. But we've thrown a lot of stuff out there, so
Yeah.
that's cool. Um, yeah, let's thanks to Vince Dad for that. Thanks to Taurus, of course, for
Absolutely.
powering that particular segment. And we'll start sweeping the floor, mopping, putting up chairs. What you got coming up?
Um, we started a new series. We've created the Dadbot Operator Hall of Fame, and we're going to start doing it once a week. We put a couple announcements out there. And congratulations to Clover. Clover was the first inductee into the Dadbot Operator Hall of Fame. We're waiting for his acceptance speech. I think it could be pretty epic. Um, we did have an executive committee meeting, and we released that finding today. It was pretty hard to do this to a good friend, but we did deny Fit and Fire, Mark from Fit and Fire, into the Dadbot. He tries way too hard. He's in way too good a shape. So and all that. But we will start doing it on Sundays. Every Sunday, we'll be releasing a new inductee into the Dadbot Hall of Fame. So congratulations to you. Let's see here. Got a bunch of stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff coming in. Got a couple shotguns coming in. Got a special item that will possibly change the direction of this channel coming in the
Yeah,
next couple of weeks, we hope.
yeah.
So yeah,
I'm just as excited as you are.
yeah, it's gonna be so fun, so fun. What do you got going on?
I got a few things coming too.
Yeah,
Obviously waiting on it. Pretty excited about. Just got the I got the range kind of revamped at the 75-yard area today. There will be for 2024. It's going to be one of my goals is I wanted kind of that done going into 2024. So you'll see a lot of videos from that area because I got it looking really, really good. I think it's going to be great for videos. It's very versatile having 75 yards from the berm. I can move targets and shoot anywhere from 10 yards to 75 yards, essentially, which is great. Um, while I'm doing that, the goal for 24 is to kind of work on the rest of the range a little bit and some of the closer areas and get them kind of spruced up, a little more camera friendly and stuff like that. So got that going. Um, really leaned heavily into the newsletter. A lot of you out there watching, listening, probably have. You may have even unsubscribed to it because you got tired of getting stuff. But I sent out 3, I think, so far. There'll be a 4th one that goes out, an email
it
newsletter in the
felt like
morning.
300. I'm not gonna lie.
I know with some Cyber Monday deals. But yeah, CloverTac.com /black dash Friday 2023 is the post, but the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday deals will be only through that email newsletter. So you can sign up for that on CloverTac.com, and you've got tonight to do that before that goes out in the morning, I guess. But a lot of cool deals. I picked up some Cyber Monday stuff today. I mean, it was not firearm related, but
Yeah,
picked up some tools, let's just say, today. So could not pass up the deal on them. So there's some good deals to be had out there, folks. Definitely go check them out.
yeah.
And whether you shop my links or Ghost or any other creator, we almost all have influencer stores and affiliate links and other things. And if you're in doubt, send us a message on social media
We'll be
DM and say,
happy to
hey,
send those to you.
yeah, say, hey, bro, looking into getting this from this company or this place or this store. Do you have anything? It doesn't cost you any extra, and it can help support our efforts. To that,
Yeah,
I will say thank you to the channel members for both of our channels.
absolutely.
Honestly, and you can not on the Ghost and Clover channel, unfortunately, because it's not monetized, but either on the Ghost Tactical channel or the CloverTac channel. When you're watching the video down below, it says join, so you can click there and join that family. I dropped a behind the scenes on the range and stuff like that, as a matter of fact, earlier today. So we do a lot of cool stuff, including those
Yeah.
behind the scenes videos. So
My
yeah,
my channel members will be having our little private chat Wednesday night. So I'll be sending
Nice.
everybody a link to that. We'll have a little fun for that. But Lance over there off the X is one of the dad bod patches coming out. They are here. Come see me at work, man. Come see me at work. They will be on the website here probably pretty soon. I haven't had time to really get them on the website yet, but I will definitely get them on the website if people that want some, that they'll be available. They turned out great. I think they turned out great. So
I like them, and I cannot confirm nor deny at this point that I've got a couple of new patches.
There you
I was
go.
hoping I could announce all of that before Black Friday, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So, but can't confirm tonight. So just stay tuned. What else?
That's right.
What else before we get out of here, man?
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, once again, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hope everybody has a fantastic holiday season. Thank you, like Clover said, for all of our channel members out there, people that support the channel. We ask you to go and support our sponsors as well, EAA and Taurus. And if you're not going, you don't have to buy anything from them. I mean, obviously, we'd love for you to buy something from them if you're going to. Let them know that that you listen to this podcast, and thanks for helping out Ghost and Clover. Worst case scenarios, go to their social media, guys, and leave a comment on any of their posts and say, hey, thanks for sponsoring the Ghost and Clover podcast, blah, 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 blah. It's nice for them to know that they're being noticed. So thanks for that as well. All I got to say is yippee-ki-yay.
Hey, are you stealing my raviolis?